Thank you. Is it someone in your office? No. Family friend. Family friend. Oh, okay. You know, the new semester is going to start in January, but I normally show you, so we start in September. No. So what I was going to share with you.
Claudia, is the camera on? Clerk Paul, can we call the committee hold to order, please?
Here. 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 Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Okay, we have 3 items on the committee of the whole tonight, but I want to make a correction on your agenda. Item number 3 is the cross-country climate collaborative. That's what C4. Unfortunately, we added a 5th C, so that 5th C community is out, the cross-country climate collaborative. But first, we have the public hearing for the zoning ordinance text amendment change, which is your item J1 on your agenda tonight. This is the item that the alderman called for, which amends the zoning code, which eliminates the minor variations. Any questions on that? Any comments?
Mayor,
Yes.
for the record, I'd just like to note that I did not receive any objections or comments pertaining to this matter. I also want to, for the record, indicate that the legal notice of the public hearing was published in the Chicago Sun-Times on November 12th, 2023. I have received the proof of publication from the Sun-Times, and I'm making it a part of the record. The public hearing notice was also placed on the City of Berwyn website and posted outside the clerk's office and on the boards on the 2nd floor.
Okay, thank you, Marge. Any comments or questions regarding the zone amendment, the text amendment, excuse me? Hearing nothing, we'll move on to the next item, which is the public hearing for the map amendment variation of 3309 Grove. That is not going to be presented tonight. We're asking that that be continued to December 12th at 6 p.m. Our committee of the whole, December 12th at 6 p.m. Marge, do you have the information on that?
Yes, Mayor, I'd just like for the record to note, to let everyone know that the notice of the public hearing for tonight's meeting on this matter was published in the Chicago Sun-Times on November 12th, 2023. The notice for the public hearing was also placed on the city website and posted outside the clerk's office and on the 2nd floor bulletin board. The proof of publication from the Sun-Times was received by my office and will be made part of the record.
Okay, thank you.
Mayor, that's Home Avenue, not Grove, correct?
Did I say Grove? I'm sorry, it's Home Avenue.
It's Home, right?
3309 Home.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And David, you'll be available on the 12th at 6 o'clock for that, right, correct? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, then the last item we have is the C4 introduction. Gentlemen, if you'd step up.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity, and to the entire City Council. My name is Darnell Johnson. I am the principal of Urban Efficiency Group. We are a sustainability design firm that works to bring forward energy efficiency and sustainability strategies for municipalities and communities throughout West Suburban Cook County, and we are expanding our footprint into South Suburban Cook County as well. I have accompanying me tonight my Director of Sustainability, which is Mr. Winton Jones, and we've had the pleasure of meeting with Mayor Lavero and speaking with him in the past about the Cross Community Climate Collaborative, which is C4. Claudia has just passed out to everyone a guidebook just for your own reference at a later date, so that you can kind of recap some of the things that we'll discuss today. At a very high level, C4 is designed to bring communities together to share resources, learned experiences on how to adopt emerging strategies and technologies to make our communities more sustainable. That is inclusive of community solar opportunities, EV, electric vehicle charging stations, and infrastructure, ways to make sure that our residential homes are more energy efficient through participating in ComEd's energy efficiency programs, which oftentimes are at no cost to residents. This C4 initiative is a collaboration of communities throughout West Suburban Cook County that was championed by President Vicky Skaman from Oak Park, President Kathy Ducey from River Forest, and Mayor Katrina Thompson from the village of Broadview. And so if you would give me a few moments, I want to just kind of play this video. We were awarded the Innovation Award at the U.S. Conference of Mayors earlier this year, and I just want to share this video to give a little bit of an overview of the work that's being done and how this could be a complement to the village of Berwyn, the city of Berwyn.
While they're working on that, it is cross-community. I said cross-country. I was wrong, yeah. It is cross-community. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Across the globe.
Our project is called C4, Cross Community Climate Collaborative. The concept was birthed out of a relationship that I have with our village president in River Forest, Kathy Ducey, and Mayor Katrina Thompson of Broadview.
And the hope was, if we as mayors take a leadership role in bringing other mayors together to address climate change, then I think we can actually find solutions, not only individually, but collectively here in our own region.
Sector meetings.
We meet as an executive team every month with the partners that we have on our leadership board. And we are planning and strategically working with the other municipalities to keep them on task so that we meet all of our benchmarks, all of our goals and objectives, whether it's renewable energy, whether it's healthy homes to protect children with asthma or EV charging stations. C4 has tapped into Darnell Johnson and Gary Cunin. They are expert advisors on what direction we need to take for C4.
There really is a sense of urgency with this issue of climate, and also a huge issue around equity.
These communities that we're focusing on, they create a very diverse picture. We're looking at Black, brown, and white communities that have traditionally done things in silos, right? Not my problem, not my priority. Now we're at a place where they're understanding, no, it is our problem and it should be our priority.
Many of these communities have fewer resources. They don't have the staffing capacity to hire a sustainability coordinator or somebody to go after grants. So C4 is really intending to help support these communities at major projects.
It's going to take time, but we have to be intentional with the messaging and how we educate so people know how important it is. Listen, I'm talking about it every single day.
We just don't want to miss I'm very excited and grateful to be receiving this award from the American Beverage Foundation for a Healthy America and the U.S. Conference of Mayors. This grant is going to allow us to engage more communities in working together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Really great meeting, everybody. Send out the invitation.
We believe that this is a great start to hopefully what will be a very large impact to our communities.
So in short, I want to make sure I'm respectful of the time tonight. In short, Mayor and City Council, one of the things, the questions maybe in your mind is why this initiative and what does it benefit to the end users of our city? And I think that there's a couple of things I want to highlight. Number one is that we are very sensitive to understanding what's important to the local community. I think it is misguided at best for any consultant or for any sustainability coordinator to come into someone's city and to tell them what it is that they should be doing. We should be coming in learning what it is important to the mayor and to the city council and to the city of Berwyn, and finding ways to be able to bring those resources in, to bring in that technical support to ensure that those things that you all would like to see happen within the city around sustainability, whether it's electric vehicle charging stations or whether it's community solar initiatives, with community gardens or whatever your vision is, that we're able to develop a strategy that aligns with what it is that you all have identified as priorities. So the first thing is that we're not here to tell anyone what to do. We're here to work with the existing community to find out what it is that you would like to see happen, and we find ways to bridge the gap. The second thing is when we begin to look at funding, and many times, as mentioned in the video, communities don't have existing budgets to be able to adopt these emerging technologies. So how do we bring in the support, the resource support and the technical support? Myself, along with Gary Cunin, who was in the video, we work and we find federal and state resources through the Inflation Reduction Act, through CEJA and other state and federal grant opportunities. We bring those resources in to help underwrite the costs that will be associated with any strategies that you all are looking to adopt. And then the last thing is, we're really intentional about how we develop the roadmap and what that looks like. One of the things that we've run into in other cities is that they had existing sustainability efforts and were concerned that by us coming in with C4, that those efforts would either be derailed or that they would be displaced. And I can say with 100% assurance that neither one of those is the goal, right? We work with if there are existing sustainability commissions and teams in place, it's important for us to know what's already happening, what progress has already been made, and how we can scale that progress by either advancing the work and enhancing the work that's already being done, or how do we develop something new if a new strategy is what's required. Winton Jones works very closely at the community level with helping the committee to identify, to develop, and to put performance and benchmarks in that says this is what we would like the outcome to be, this is how we see us getting there, and these are the benchmarks along the way that we feel would be acceptable and achievable to indicate our progress. So I think tonight what we really want to do is by way of introduction is to let the city of Berwyn and mayor know that we're here. We're excited. We've been talking with Claudia at a very high level. She's been able to inform us of kind of like where things are at the current state of play. And we're nimble enough and we're innovative enough to be able to engage at whatever point the city is ready to move forward or ready to look at ways to adopt sustainability strategies for the community. There's a tremendous economic advantage on the upside through job creation, small business development creation. All of these things exist within sustainability because of the emerging technologies and because of the new demands around greenhouse gas emissions and reductions of those things. There are natural engines that are created for small business opportunities and for workforce development opportunities to encourage people that are either unemployed or underemployed to be able to experience a new career path that is only growing and has sustainability within it of itself. The clean energy economy has shown growth year over year, dating back from 2008. There's over 160,000 green jobs in the state of Illinois. 60% of those jobs are located in Cook County. And so I think that it would be very advantageous of us as communities locally to look and see what that looks like for our communities, both presently as well as futuristically. So thank you for the time, Mayor and City Council. We look forward to being able to work with you all and working with the teams to be able to develop strategies that would ultimately secure a sustainable future for the city of Berwyn.
What would you suggest would be our first step? I mean, I've attended some of the meetings. I know Claudia's been at more than I have been. I believe Nicole Campbell, our senior engineer, was the one that actually introduced me to the original meeting. And I've spoken, obviously, to the mayors regarding him. But what would be our first step here in Berwyn? What would you suggest?
Yes, sir. So I think the first step would be for us to have a meeting of the minds, if you will, so that we as consultants will understand better, A, what's already in place and who those actors are, right?
Okay.
So that we can understand what the goal is presently and have a better understanding of what it looks like futuristically. At that point, we can then begin to talk about and share information about strategies that are happening in other towns and other cities that are bordering you, bringing in some resources that we can share so that you all can take the time to review those things and say, hey, I like what's going on in Oak Park, or I like what's going on in Westchester. How do we get that into our city? So the first step would be to have a very intentional meeting so that we know who's already currently in these roles and what their vision is, and also to have a better understanding, Mayor, of what your vision is for achieving sustainability in the future.
Okay, so Claudia, we can start encouraging a couple of the departments here that are involved, that would be somewhat involved, as well as some of the other persons, to determine where we go from there. Anything else that you might suggest for us?
I would say, Mayor, for you all to start looking at internally, even before we meet, to start asking, what are some of the things that we want to accomplish? Are electric vehicles something that we are interested in within our city, right? Looking at, the things that are important to the council, the trustees, and to what's important to you, right? And have a high level. It doesn't have to be super detailed, but having a high level understanding of what being a sustainable community means to you,
okay,
so that as we come in, we can then, it makes it easier for us to begin to develop strategies alongside of you all.
And Alderman, we could do that at a committee of the whole. We'll probably, hopefully within the next 30 days or just into the new year, we could do that at a committee of the whole to get your ideas, give you some time to study on it, your ideas of what sustainability is, and then how it would translate to various departments here in the city who might be able to attend this meeting with one or two of you as representatives also. Okay.
And the last thing, Mayor, I would say is I'm not sure if you all, how familiar you are all with the ComEd's Beneficial Electrification Initiative, where there's a lot of conversations about electrification and switching from gas to fully electric homes, right? Looking across the landscape of for your city to say, how does that affect us positively or negatively, right? Because as we begin to continue to have dialogue with our utility providers, that's something that they want to know from the cities. Hey, how well positioned are you all for the emergence of these new technologies and for these conversations around fuel switching? That's a big thing right now, and I think that many of our cities that we've talked to have not necessarily had that on their radar, and so I'm trying to, as much as I can, to tee that up so that those conversations begin with you and your team.
We're seeing a lot of product out there in the market too that is moving from gas to electric, such as heaters, wall heaters and stuff. So I understand the trend, but we have to make ourselves more familiar with what is out there and what we can do to adopt, or what we can adopt. So, okay.
Absolutely. And as a final thought, I'm very concerned about as we adopt these new technologies for communities where we have our aging populations, because some of these technology adoptions will initially generate an initial uptick in cost, right? So one of the things that I want to be very intentional about, because I'm really big on making sure that we do no harm, right? And I'm saying that to our utilities on a regular basis. When we have communities where we're asking them to adopt these new technologies, we have to be considerate of the populations where we have senior populations that are, that may not necessarily understand the technological implications of adopting these new technologies and strategies. And so those are things that will be very helpful for us as we continue to have symposiums with our utilities, and even bringing our city leaders in, such as yourself, to have those broader discussions, because they need to be considered of that as they're pushing these agendas around electrification and fuel switching.
Very good point.
Okay.
Alderman, any questions or comments? Claudia, you had something?
Yes, I just wanted to give an update that we are currently, Nicole Campbell and I, doing an environmental sustainability swap analysis that C4 will be helping us with. I wanted to give council members about a week or so to digest the materials presented, and then have an opportunity to come back. And one of the things that we discussed was a secondary follow-up, that with you guys having the opportunity to review the items that C4 presented, questions about it, and
There was actually, in the beginning of this, there was actually a recommendation that we form a committee, which Nicole did form, but we've got no other response onto what we're supposed to do with that committee. Dave, you were a part of that, if you recall. And we had no response to move that committee forward into anything, so we have to incorporate that also.
Right, so this is kind of like taking that and, starting out with councilmen, and then after we
Okay.
have the feedback, we will then approach residents once more, and this time, we're gonna be activating our council members to identify those residents within your ward that can be a champion and be committed members to the proposal.
Okay.
But
Who's
that'll
on that
be-
committee?
Nobody at this point.
Oh, you're just saying the
Yeah,
ideal of it.
Nicole was floating names around about potentials. I don't know that she had any aldermen on it. This is going back to when we first met,
Right,
which was
that's correct.
a long time
A
ago.
while ago, right?
Yeah,
And we've been in communication with Claudia.
Right.
And so we've been sensitive to everything that's been going on here. So that is ultimately the next step.
Okay.
So we will be working alongside of Claudia and the team to be able to identify, and that's coming from directors from you out, in terms of who will be on that committee, to be able to start working
So
towards
at this
those
point,
goals.
we'll follow Claudia and Nicole's game plan, and then we'll further branch it all out from there. Okay?
Mayor, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Council,
gentlemen.
Thank you all so much, and we look forward to working with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I have nothing else for Committee of the Whole. So if I could have a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
Lennon by Ironella. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We'll be back at 8.
Oh yeah, it's way off.
I also let the mayor give more.
So all of these require signatures and pass it. Yeah.
It's not doing
What's up? I. Oh yeah, I think so. I got it in my cal. Let me see. Yeah, we're coming. We'll be there. Starts at 1. Cool. Yeah, we'll be there.
Sure. Okay. Oh, initial, we need a $20 application fee.
Okay, I'll get it from you.
Okay,
Here, I'll just, can I give you
Yeah.
$20 and then I'll deal with it.
okay.
It'll just make it easier. False
I need a phone number.
He's-
Okay, okay, okay. What's the make and model of the car?
He has no car, it's just a pickup spot. He-
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a pickup spot.
All right,
Yeah, it's a drop-off zone.
got it.
All
Okay,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, sure. Okay, so you're gonna sign on the dotted line here and here. And so the mayor will call you up when the item is, and I just read the whole oath and you say I do at the end, if that's okay with you. All right, so you get to keep this wallet card, and then this is also yours, and then we'll file this one and send a copy to the chief, okay? Congratulations. It's nice to meet you. Will you sign your oath card, please, on the dotted line here and here? Great, and you're gonna get to keep these items. And then before you go, you're gonna be required to take the Open Meetings Act. And at the end of the thing, you get a certificate. I'm gonna need it. Okay, great.
Paul, can we call the council meeting to order, please?
Lennon,
Here.
Boywood,
Here.
Leisha. Here. Pate,
Here.
Pabon,
Here.
Ruiz. Here. Aranella,
Here.
Carmichael.
Here.
8 present, Mayor.
Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If we could please keep in our thoughts and prayers the family of Frank Ollinger. He's the father of our Fire Department Battalion Chief David Ollinger and grandfather of our Police Department Dispatcher Vanessa Ollinger, who's recently passed away, as well as all the men and women we have on the street tonight. Thank you. If anybody wishes to address the open forum, please step forward to the podium. State your name and address, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, there you go. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yadira Padilla, a First Ward resident and the Morning West JSA chapter president. I wanted to inform all residents about the second annual tree lighting ceremony being held December 1st at City Hall starting at 5 p.m. We will be supporting this event by providing hot chocolate and popcorn to all the children who attend. And we are also excited to announce that we will be having D98's Lincoln Middle School Choir, who will also be performing. I also want to inform you all that our JSA chocolate fundraiser is still going on. I have boxes of chocolate outside by the table over there, and we will be selling during this event on Friday. I really hope you all consider buying from us since this will help fund our DC trip in February. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Dara. Anybody else from the public? Open forum. Natalia?
Good evening, members of the council. My name is Natalia Perez, and I'm a 4th Ward resident here in Berwyn. I am here today to provide you an update at the food pantry for Christian Life Center Church. Last time I was there, we had over 160 clients with food to take home for Thanksgiving. The location is at 3409 Grove Avenue, and the pantry is every Thursday from 5 to 7. We're always open and grateful for any new volunteers that are wishing to help out in their community and help those who are less fortunate. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else from the audience? Alderman, anything for open forum?
Yes, I have something. Please feel free to join Concordia Lutheran Church of Berwyn, located on the corner of 32nd and Home. Spread kindness this holiday season by spending time with family and perform random acts of kindness. They will feature their Kindness Advent Calendar, which is a daily countdown marking the 25 powerful, easy-to-do, self-reflective kindness activities to enjoy, and they will post new activities each day. They want to show the idea that the best gifts do not come wrapped in paper. Gifts of time, a simple smile, or an act of kindness are far more valuable with longer lasting effects. Join the movement today and help them make the kindness go farther. The church and the calendar are at the corner of Home Avenue and 22nd Street, and you can find out more information on the city calendar.
Okay. Alderman, anybody else?
I am hosting a final meeting for the 6th Ward. It will be this Saturday, December 2nd, immediately following Family Fun, a game of bowling at Stryker Lanes. The meeting will take place from 11 to 11:30 a.m. and then 11:30 to 1:30. We will break bread and play a game of bowling. So that's our final meeting for the year. So all 6th Ward residents and families are invited.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, hearing none. Item C1, please.
Item C1 are the minutes of the Committee of the Whole and regular meeting on November 14th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the Committee of the Whole and regular City Council meeting minutes of November 14th, 2023.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, second by Roywood, to approve the Committee of the Whole and City Council minutes of November 14, 2023. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item E1, please.
Item E1 is a communication submitted by the Berwyn Development Corporation with an ordinance reading an ordinance authorizing and approving a certain agreement terminating the tax increment financing redevelopment agreement with 5F Inc. for the City of Berwyn, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
David?
Mr. Mayor, members of council, this agreement that presently exists has a liability to the city of about $86,000. By redoing the agreement, it will reduce that liability to $50,000 and will be payable with funds out of the Harlem TIF at this time.
Okay. Motion?
It'd be my motion to concur with the staff recommendation for City Council to approve the ordinance terminating the prior redevelopment agreement between the City of Berwyn and it's La Para, correct, Dave?
Yes, with
Yes.
La Para.
La Para. And create the new contract under the pay-as-you-go for $50,000.
Second.
Motion by Ruiz, second by Arnella, to concur with the staff recommendation approving the ordinance which will terminate the prior redevelopment agreement between the City of Berwyn and La Para and put them in the pay-as-you-go program. All those in favor on the call of the roll?
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item E2, please.
E2 is a submission by the Berwyn Development Corporation with an ordinance reading an ordinance of the City of Berwyn, Cook County, Illinois, authorizing and ratifying the transfer of the Ridgeland Avenue tax increment financing redevelopment project area funds to pay for certain eligible tax increment financing redevelopment costs of the South Berwyn Depot tax increment financing redevelopment project area.
David, could you explain the question that came up from the email for the open forum regarding the 20,000?
Certainly. Presently, there's $20,633.49 sitting in the bank account representing this fund balance. There are some outstanding liabilities that need to be paid to Cook County as it relates to challenges to those assessments. Upon paying those, the remainder funds that will exist in this account would then be transferred into the depot account.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance, confirm the outstanding liabilities, and transfer the remainder of funds to the depot TIF, fix necessary signatures, and send it on its way to passage.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Pabon to approve the ordinance as captioned, fix the necessary signatures, and place on its way to passage. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Boywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item F1, please.
F1 is a communication from the mayor appointing Fabiola Campos to auxiliary police superintendent.
I move that we concur with Mayor Lovero's appointment of Fabiola Campos to the position of Auxiliary Police Superintendent, and thank Michael Cerolia for his service to the Auxiliary Police as well as all his years of service to Berwyn.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to concur with the recommendation to appoint Fabiola Campos, the Auxiliary Police Superintendent, and thank Michael Cerolia for his service to the Auxiliary Police in Berwyn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Officer Campos.
Please raise your right hand. Do you, Fabiola Campos, having been appointed as Superintendent of Auxiliary Police for the City of Berwyn Police Department in the County of Cook, do solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your newly appointed position to the best of your ability? Congratulations. So
Congratulations.
Mr. Mayor, may I approach the podium?
Sir, we're in the middle of a meeting.
All right.
Item F2, please.
Item F2 is a communication from the mayor regarding appointment of Citali Gonzalez to the Berwyn Library Board.
I'll make a motion to concur with Mayor Lovero's appointment of Citlali to the library board.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Pabon to concur with the recommendation of appointing Citlali Gonzalez to the Berwyn Library Board. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Ms. Gonzalez?
Please raise your right hand. Do you, Citlali Gonzalez, having been appointed to the Library Board in the City of Berwyn and the County of Cook, do solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of this appointment in the City of Berwyn Library Board according to the best of your ability? Great. Congratulations.
Item F3, please.
Item F3 is a communication from the mayor recognizing students of District 98, second grade.
So on Friday, November 17th, I had 50 second grade students sitting in those very pews over there. We walked them around City Hall. We explained what happens here, explained the job of the alderman, the city clerk. What they mostly enjoyed was seeing the fire trucks downstairs, just so everybody understands that. But it was really a very, very well-disciplined group. 50 second graders, and the teachers put up a little symbol, and they all kept quiet. A couple of emergencies happened down there. The fire trucks had to go out, and the kids stepped in the back, but they were very attentive, and they really learned. One of the fire officers who teaches at one of the schools actually educated them, asked them questions later, and they answered them all correctly. So it was really an enjoyable experience. So we do have a couple of certificates that we have to give out to a couple young folks who had their names spelled wrong, so we'll deliver those to the school. But I want to thank the school for participating. We do have another class coming out soon also.
Yes, next week, Friday.
Right.
And just as an FYI, you can always reach out to the mayor's office. There's teachers or educators that want to have trips or school trips. We're always willing to host them. And like I said, during the week, it's really wonderful. The kids enjoy it, and they really learn a lot.
I'd ask for a motion to consider it information, please.
I motion to have the D98 second grade students as informational.
Second.
Motion by Aaronella, seconded by Carmichael. Consider the communication informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item I1, please.
Item I1 is a communication from the Fire and Police Commission introducing probationary police officer candidate Mark Hernandez.
I move that we accept this communication from the Fire and Police Commission certifying Mark Hernandez as the next eligible candidate on the eligibility list with a start date of November 29, 2023 as informational.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Roywood to consider the communication informational and congratulate Mark Hernandez for joining the force. Is Mark here tonight? Mark is not here. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item I2, please.
I2 is a communication from the Fire and Police Commission introducing probationary police officer candidate Gabriela Castillo.
I move that we accept this communication from the Fire and Police Commission certifying Gabriela Castile as the next eligible candidate on the eligibility list with a start date of November 29, 2023 as informational.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Roywood to consider the communication informational and congratulate Gabriela Castillo. Is she here? All
Mayor,
those
I'm
in favor?
swearing them in tomorrow.
That's fine. I didn't know if any of them were here, though. Consider informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item J1, please.
J1 is a communication from City Attorney Bertuca with an ordinance reading, an ordinance amending various sections of the zoning code of the City of Berwyn relative to zoning code variations and related procedures.
Be my motion to concur with City Attorney Bertuca and approve an ordinance amending various sections of the zoning code of the City of Berwyn relative to zoning code variations and related procedures. Have the corporate authorities fix necessary signatures and place it on its way to passage.
Second.
Motion by Fate, seconded by Leja to adopt the ordinance amending the various sections of the zoning code related to zoning code variations, affix the necessary signatures, and place on its way to passage. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item J2, please.
J2 is a communication from City Attorney Bertuca regarding settlement of 18 WC 023191 and 19 WC 010709 and 19 WC 019949.
It'll be my motion to concur with City Attorney Bertuca and settle case 18 WC 023191, case 19 WC 010709, case 19 WC 019949 in the amount of $39,970.96.
Second.
Motion by Fate, seconded by Carmichael to concur with Attorney Bertuca and settle the workers' comp cases as captioned for the amount of $39,970.96 as granted by the authority granted in executive session. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item J3, please.
item, that's me, sorry. J3 is a
I thought I made
communication.
a mistake, I wasn't sure.
I strayed a little bit. Item J3 is a communication from Public Works Director Schiller regarding a request approval of the 2024 motor fuel tax MFT maintenance resolution.
Mayor, I'm going to modify this communication a little bit by making a motion for each agenda, each line item as it should be. So the first one is going to be, I concur with Director Schiller to approve the resolution for maintenance under the Illinois Highway Code in the total amount of $1,250,000 to fund maintenance activities, fix the necessary signatures, and send it on its way to passage. And this is for further processing with IDOT.
Second.
Motion by Ruiz, seconded by Aaronella, to concur with Director Schiller and adopt the resolution for maintenance on the Illinois Highway Code in the total amount of $1,250,000 to fund maintenance activities and processing with IDOT. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Your second motion, Alderman?
My second motion is regarding an engineering agreement. So to concur with Director Schiller on the copy of a maintenance engineering agreement which covers preliminary engineering for all maintenance operations. Fix the necessary signatures by corporate authorities.
Second.
Motion by Ruiz, second by Aaronella, to concur with Director Schiller and adopt the maintenance engineering agreement covering preliminary engineering for all maintenance operations. Have the corporate authorities affix the necessary signatures. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. And your third motion?
My third motion is an estimate of maintenance costs, for a municipal estimate of maintenance costs indicating all the line items for expenditures in the total amount of $1,202,600, and have corporate authorities sign off on it.
Second.
Motion by Ruiz, seconded by Aaronella, to concur with Director Schiller and sign off on the municipal estimate of maintenance costs, the total amount of $1,202,600. Fix necessary signatures and send it to IDOT. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item J4, please.
Item J4 is a communication from Finance Director Deitch with an ordinance reading. An ordinance authorizing and approving the Fifth Amendment of a certain revolving credit agreement between the City of Berwyn and BMO Harris Bank N.A. for the City of Berwyn, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
I'll make a motion to approve this revised ordinance, affix the necessary signatures, and send it on its way to passage.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by, was it you, Joe?
Carmichael?
Seconded by Carmichael, to adopt the ordinance approving the extension of the line of credit, affix the necessary signatures, and place on its way to credit. Place on its way to passage. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item J5, please.
J5 is a communication from Police Chief Semaglia requesting permission to hire the next 3 eligible candidates from the police eligibility list.
I move that we accept this communication from Police Chief Semaglia referring to the hiring of the candidates from the eligibility list from the Fire and Police Commission addressed in I-1 and I-2 as informational.
Second.
Motion by Leja, seconded by Lennon, to concur with the recommendation of Chief Semaglia to allow the hiring of 3 eligible candidates from the eligibility list to fill the vacancies. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Carmichael, to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? At this time, Mr. Ward, would you please approach the podium so you can give us what you wanted to say?
Sorry I was late, folks, a little difficult traveling. I'm coming here tonight to let the Berwyn community, the council members, my Berwyn friends and neighbors know that for the it's actually 17, but the 2 years of the pandemic, we couldn't do it. Sailors for Christmas is alive and well this year. We were anticipating 250. However, a number of them are not going to graduate on time, so our number has been cut down to 150. It will be held at Crystal Sky in McCook. And as soon as we can get a place here big enough in Berwyn, I want to bring it back to Berwyn. I'll leave some flyers here for constituents in the community. If you'd like to make donations, we have an electronic way or the old-fashioned paper way of a card and an envelope and mail it. But anything you can do to help us accomplish this task. We've done some remarkable things for it this year. I had to get permission from the Department of Defense and the United States Navy in Washington. We've produced a special challenge coin, if anyone knows what that is, which each kid will get to take back on base. They're not allowed to carry anything in their pocket, so I had to get written permission from the Department of Defense and the Secretary of the Navy to do this. Those will be presented to them by Santa Claus Christmas Day. Any of you aldermen would like to stop in for the day? We arrive at, what time is it, Alicia? About 9 o'clock? 8:30, 9 o'clock, the buses get there. We come from Great Lakes at 5 o'clock. We need to go up there at 5, but it's a good ride back. We will have our normal police and fire escort all the way up to the Berwyn border at Joliet Road and Harlem Avenue, at which point, obviously, we can't take Berwyn out of the community. McCook will take over for the final leg into the banquet hall. All up and down 294 and 290, there will be state police and police officers joining us in this procession. We'll have 3 huge tour buses. So it's a big thing. I'm just asking for you to help when and where. I don't care if you give me $1. That's $1 less I got to raise. That's one less I got to raise. And this is not cheap. It's not at all. So, thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, that I delayed the meeting, but a little difficult getting around in cold
It's
weather.
okay, Tony. I didn't want to leave you out in the cold. Thank you. Okay, Aldermanic Committee meetings. Alderman Lennon?
We're going to host a Budget and Finance meeting on December 5th at 6 p.m. in City Hall.
Alderman Roywood?
Call the chair.
Alderman Leisure?
Call of the chair.
Alderman Fate?
Call the chair.
Alderman Pabon?
Call the chair.
Alderman Ruiz?
Call the chair.
Alderman Aaronella?
Call the chair.
Alderman Carmichael?
Call the chair. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Carmichael, seconded by Lennon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Y'all ain't eating these candy.
You need to